welcome back to Styling Diva. This is the second in our series on natural nails. So when growing your own nails, accidents happen. So we've already discussed the pros and cons of natural versus acrylic nails. The maximum natural nail growth occurs when we eat well, eat a proper diet, and take care of our nails. So that means wearing gloves for all dirty work and try to keep your nails dry at all times, unless of course you're actually cleaning your nails. And in a matter of weeks you will have long, beautiful nails. We use nail hardeners and growth formulas as base coat and add 2 coats of color and a top coat once daily. And your manicure will last almost 1 week this way. So that's pretty cool if you only have to do your manicure once a week. So dealing with chips and tears and breaks in natural nails is not as difficult as it seems. A lot of people think that they have to actually glue the nail, and you don't really. Depending on what you've got, if you have a tear, a chip, or God forbid a broken nail, here's what to do. First of all, you remove all your polish and then you assess the break. I have a small break at the moment on the side of my thumbnail here. It's a little tear starting right there, which I noticed. And I've actually been battling that for a little while, and so far I've gained about, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch nail growth, and it still hasn't completely broken off. So I'm getting away with it. Once it grows a little bit more, I will trim the nail back to that point, but I just didn't want it trimmed too short because that's sort of ugly looking. So the next thing is, like if you have also a chip, like an actual chunk out of the nail, it's actually best to file down to be below that point. Okay, and if you break a nail altogether, as I've done on these 2 nails on this hand, which I did actually washing my car without rubber gloves on, and it weakened the nail, and the nail flexed, and then it became weak and it broke. So in this case, what I've done is I've filed the surrounding nails down somewhat, so that they're almost the same length as the nails that have been broken. But in keeping all the time, the middle nail should be longer than either the index or the ring finger, so that it keeps a nice sort of pointed shape to your hand, and that's the way that you notice broken nails the least. If you're repairing a tear, the best thing to do is to file it down, file the edges down when you do your manicure, and make sure that there's nothing sticking up that can snag on anything. The next thing you do is you put a blob of clear coat on both the inside corner and the outside over the tear, and I'm using the Sally Hansen Maximum Nail Growth Formula today because I have a couple of broken nails and I want them to grow quickly. So this is how I'm going to deal with this tear until it grows out to a point where I feel like trimming it back. So I'm just going to cover it just like that. If you want a little bit more strength, you can also use a small piece of Kleenex, like a 1-ply of Kleenex, a little tiny, tiny, tiny spot. And then what you do is you soak it in your clear coat and wrap it around the tear from the outside around to the inside of the nail, and that will also hold it very well. And then you do your manicure over that. Okay, so I'm going to apply my Maximum Nail Growth Formula now because I want to grow out my nails that have broken down. And for the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this polish by Revlon, which is a metallic number 932 called Copper Penny, and this is a really nice color that I like to use when I have a few nails that are shorter than the other ones. The trick is, when you have broken a few nails and you have natural nails, to let them grow out while keeping them maybe in a less bold shade, either perhaps a nude color. Nude is very, very in this year. You can also make a nude French manicure, or even a French manicure, or as I'm doing, even this copper color. So when it's done, you will not really even notice how long the nails are on this side because of the reflective properties of this color. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now and give it the old first coat. This coat covers really well. And even though your nails are still short, they still look elegant. Whereas if you did them in like a bright red or black or some really dark color, when they're really short like that, they're not going to look good. So that's something to avoid if you have a broken nail. Avoid dark or very bright colors. And just take something that blends in for a week or two, and before you know it, your nails will be grown out and nobody will be any the wiser. So I'm just putting a little bit of nail on the inside, a little bit of polish, sorry, on the inside of each tip, which also helps strengthen it and keep it from flexing on the sides, which is where trouble usually begins. So a little bit like this helps strengthen your nail. Okay, now I'm going to show you how on this side, once this color is on, you really won't notice that the nails, broken nails, are that short. Everything will sort of blend in and it'll just look like a classy manicure. Okay, so this is my index finger. I've filed it down to be close to the length, but at least shorter than the middle finger, even with the short nail. And this is the shortest nail, so applying polish to that one as well, a little bit under the tip. And then the second one, nail that I broke on this hand. Same thing, put a little under the tip. And then I filed the little finger as well, just to bring it down a bit so that they're all in sequence. And now see, you can't really notice at first glance. It doesn't stand out that I have two nails shorter than the other on this hand. So that's it for today. Thanks from Styling Diva. Hope this helps you.